Boom! Good morning, everybody. As promised, here's my Bob Ross coffee mug. The picture appears as it gets hot, so coffee's only about hot up to half a cup. Otherwise, it's a black background. Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Sunday, day 11, day 14 of the 2024 challenge. I'm going live every single day here on YouTube, my Facebook groups, every single day for the month of January to help you get your 2024 jump started correctly. Today, I'm going to tell you how to get what you want. It's very simple. Very simple. Welcome to the replay. If you're watching this on the replay, you can fast forward to about the 5-minute mark. That's when we get started. This will be a short talk, about 15, 20 minutes. That's all. Did you journal today? Do you have your journal? Simple graph journal from Walmart. You can have a fancy productivity journal like this. You can have one of my new journals. I've written 5 journals. These are on my Amazon page. Curves to Confidence, 12-week daily motivational weight loss journal. Read a journal. Has like inspirational quotes, how you feel about the day. It's nice and fully colored. It's on my Amazon page. You can check it out if you want. You don't have to. You can be like me. I just use scrap pieces of paper. Writing is the key. While we're waiting on some people, let me say some hellos to people. Rosemary, good morning. Tessaholic still with me? Yes. Off from work, nice. Jimbo, freezing in Denver, Colorado. Man, there is a bad cold front. Not in Hawaii though, right, Anita? Ferdy's watching on YouTube. Where are you watching from? Girlfriend introduced me to this. Nice, that's great. Gina Gillis, good morning. Journaling, making green smoothies. We're going to start doing green smoothies here pretty soon. Hey, Marlo Ross Adams. Great to see you. Christina Whitaker finally found me. Kind of get your head straight, huh, Christina? Baltimore, is it freezing cold? Everyone stay safe up in the north. Lori, Stacey Ann, Toronto's in the house. If it says Facebook user, you have to give StreamYard permission. He's in Jersey. That's awesome. Nice. Any international people? Ruth McCool. I remember Ruth McCool's name. I just thought that was cool. Cool name. Everyone stay safe. Hit the share button, everybody. Hit share, not your friends share, not Sunny share, but the share button. We usually have about 100 people in here. And we're going to have a quick one, how to get what you really, really want. We've got 2.5 minutes to go before I get started. So, tomorrow is Martin Luther King Day. Schools, banks are closed, stock market's closed. I don't think I'm getting trash pickup tomorrow. Macy's off from school. But we have this cold front coming in. I got to prep today for the cold front. Here in Houston, I think Tuesday night, we're going to have like 20-degree weather, which is cold for Houston. We have had this debate. I'm actually going to drain the house because it's only one night. So pipes can't burst if there's no water going through the house. So before I go to bed, before it starts to freeze, I'll drain the house, fill up the tub with water, that sort of stuff. And make sure everyone takes a bath and all that jazz, and have all my cooking done, and we'll just drain everything. And then that way the pipes can't burst. And then when it passes, I'll reconnect the water, turn the water back on. Good morning, everybody. So if you're living up north, what's the weather like? Stay safe. We got about a minute to go. Give StreamYard permission to you, and then your name will show up. All right. Sarah Elizabeth is here. Patty Eckert, freezing in Colorado. Pula's here. Tommy C. Is it really? I won the next Super Bowl? That's crazy. Barb Rowan. Love it. Love the picture, man. That's awesome. Diana Waxberg. So far, my picks have won so far. My Houston Texans dominated the Cleveland Browns, which I thought they would. I lost money on the game, however, because a couple things. I needed what's his name? Joe Flacco to throw one more touchdown. And I needed the Texans to win by like between 13 and 18 points. So they won by too much. So I lost $100. That's all right. And then the Kansas City Chiefs won. I said, no way Miami's winning. Now today's going to be a tricky day. I think the Cowboys will dominate Green Bay indoor stadium. I think the Eagles will go into Tampa Bay and win easily. And the tricky one is the Detroit Lions versus Who's Detroit playing? The LA Rams in Detroit. Closed stadium, indoor stadium. That's gonna be a tricky one. I picked the Lions, and then tomorrow Buffalo Bills. I picked the Bills to beat the Steelers, who are, I don't think Mason, Rudolph, Randolph, whoever is going to go very far. And I mean, I'll win $500 if all those teams win. I'm not going to change my life. Good morning. Let's talk about Keela G, Yang Yang's watching on YouTube. Awesome, man. Wow. 15 degrees in San Francisco. That is cold, man. You never think about San Francisco. Niners might take it all. They might. There was this guy, our Erica's uncle said he was talking to this guy, and this guy, he sees colors. And when he sees these colors, he knows who to bet on. He said for the Super Bowl, he sees purple and blue. So that's going to be the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. And so that's they're two of the three favorite teams. So it's not like, you're dissing on San Francisco there, but that's what he said he saw. He said every time he sees these colors, he always gets the games right. So I'm not telling you what to do. Don't take betting advice from me. All right. It's going to be a short one. Let's get started. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 14 of the challenge. Dr. V here. I'm going to help you get your 24 straight. I'll edit down this video, put it up on YouTube later. Today, I'm going to tell you about how to get what you really want. Remember, the whole premise of this is, one, you've decided, comment if you decided not to be average for 2024, because average means overweight. Average American, 60% American, 2/3 Americans are overweight. 60% divorce rate, so they're unhappy in their marriages or they've been divorced. 80% are disengaged in their work, so they don't really like what they're doing. Something like 80% of Americans can't handle a $500 emergency, so they're broke. So being average means being overweight, unhappy, and broke, stressed out, anxious, etc. So the first step is you got to decide not to be average. And if you haven't done that yet, why are you watching? Why are you watching? So like Lori here, you have to decide not to be average. So if you're going to not be average, then you have to do the things I'm telling you, which is to journal every day for 30 seconds. 30 seconds is all it takes. And all you're going to do is write, I am grateful and thankful for. And you write the things you want in the future like they are in the present tense, like you already have them. So let's say you have $1,000 in your bank account, and you want $10,000 in your bank account. You would just bust out your journal and write, I am grateful and thankful for $10,000 in my bank account, knowing full well you don't have $10,000. I'm grateful and thankful for my $100,000 a year job. I'm grateful and thankful for the promotion. Let's say you're currently interviewing for a promotion and they won't decide until next month. You write today, I am grateful and thankful for my promotion. So you write it like it already exists. Not average. Yep. Well, maybe she'll show up. I have an anxiety journal. Thank you very much. I hope you like it too. I have a cat themed journal. I have a dog themed journal. That's all on my fan page, on my Amazon page. So then we also got clear on our goals. Average people don't have goals, or if they do have goals, they are very fuzzy, and very blaming. Average people like to blame other people for problems, and they hold on to the past a lot. They won't let stuff go, and they feel justified in their hurt. And you never know. Your boss might have been having a bad day. Your sister-in-law might be going through a divorce. Your best friend might have a cancer diagnosis they don't tell you about. But you and your big-ass ego is going to blame Trump, going to blame Biden, going to blame COVID, going to blame shutdown, going to blame, I don't know, a doctor, the system, the insurance company, whatever. But that won't change your life. It won't change your life. And here's the thing, mofo. You know who I'm talking about? You're the one who is upset. You're the one who's angry at your boss. You're the one who's still harboring that, he cheated on you with another dude. You're the one who's really upset that you're not providing for your children, your kids. You're the one that, and you can say it like, "Oh man, I got dealt a bad hand, bad hand. Nothing goes my way." Yep, that's you. That's you. And here's the thing: the other person doesn't even care. The other person doesn't even know. The other person is just living their life. They're trying to pay their bills. They're trying to take care of their kids. They're just trying to move on. And your big ass ego and opinion, doesn't change. So let me ask you this. 5 years has passed, or 5 years from now, today's 2024. Let's make it 6 years. This be easy. 2030. 2030. Are you going to still, let me ask you this question. Are you still going to be telling the same story? My wife cheated on me. My boss slept with the secretary, and that's why I didn't get the promotion. And you go, dude, it's been 6 years. It's 2030. You say it's been 6 years, or it's been 10 years. My mom died. Like, how long has she been? I had a patient. So why are you overweight? Oh man, I watched my mom die. I'm like, that's horrible. I put my dad on hospice. He lasted 9 days. She's like, well, I was really close to mom. I had to take care of her. I said, well, that's good for you. I'm glad you could take care of her in her last few years. But like, well, why are you overweight? Well, because we were really close. Yeah, I guess I just ate my feelings. I don't know. And I said, oh, okay. Well, how long has she been passed? Like last year, 2 years ago? She said, no, my mom died 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Right? 10 years ago. Yeah, I'm sorry. My dad died in January 19th, 2009. I miss him every single day. But I've got to move on. And let me ask you this. How's that working out for you, man? You know who I'm talking to? How's that working out for you? Blaming other people, blaming the system, blaming the boss, blaming the appointment, the scheduler, blaming yelling at the front desk girl, blaming your spouse, blaming your mother-in-law. How's that working out for you? See, it doesn't work. By the way, in case you're wondering, I'm telling you how to get what you want. That's day 14, how to get what you want. Blaming others does not work. Blaming the government does not work. Blaming the price of eggs does not work. Blaming the price of gas does not work. Blame doesn't work. So Anita, that's true. I'm the one responsible, but I'm going to tell you, like blame does not work. Rosemary, going on 34 years as a nurse, somebody changed my life. Doctor encouraged me in the past, still learning, making choices all the time. And that's all you got, is to make the choice. It's so funny. Like people blame, let's say, the company, but your boss has moved on. They went from the regional manager or the local manager to the regional manager to the North American manager. They're moving on. They went from, the Honda Accord to the BMW to the Porsche to the cabin in the mountains to, they're moving on. But you're still upset that they made fun of you during a presentation, or they said something on the sly, or they didn't mean to hurt your feelings, or they did something at the company picnic that you're still upset about. That will not get you what you want. So Nancy Bishop's got it right. So you look in the mirror, right? Or not just the mirror. Just look at around you. Look around you, Jim. Tommy, look around you. What do you have? What you have in your life is because of all the choices you've ever made. You driving a jalopy? You chose that jalopy, man. You chose to gamble on the 49ers instead of getting the transmission fixed. How about you chose? It doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? You're the one. You're the one that's bugged and bothered. So Life has never promised you anything. No one's ever promised you results. There's no guarantees in life. And everyone has a shitty story. Everyone has a shitty story. And no one cares about your story. I'm telling you, no one cares. So you look around your life and you say, okay, I've been blaming my boss. I've been blaming the government. I've been blaming my ex-wife who took half of everything I own, Dr. V. Like, okay, how's that working out for you? You have this, you live in this little apartment. You're driving this broke down car. You depend on your wife to roll you around the wheelchair because you keep making bad food choices. You keep not taking your medicines. You keep doing whatever, right? Whatever, just fill in the blank, whatever works for you. But yet somehow in your heart of hearts, you feel I'm justified. That somehow if this person, like if my boss came down and said, you are right, I should have given you the promotion. Okay, now what? Well, what? It's been 10 years. It's been 5 years. So what? Caroline Mice has this great TED Talk where she says an angel come down. Like you got to know why it happened, why they treated you this way, why they said what they said, why your mom died of cancer. And the angel comes down and says, okay, because it happened. Now what? Now what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Let me ask you a question. You're 45 years old. Why do you look like you're 80 years old? And the answer is because of the choices you've made. Because you don't take, look at me. I got gray hairs. You know what I mean? Like, Dr. V, I've been overweight my whole life. I've been 300 pounds. Okay. Why do you want to stay there? I don't. Why don't you change what you eat? It's too hard. For who? For me. Why? Because I've been overweight my whole life. Okay. I've been broke my whole life. Why don't you change that? You live in America. How's that working out for you? How is blaming other people working out for you? And it can be anybody. It can be the president. It can be Jews. It can be illegal immigrants. It can be the border. It can be fake electors. It can be Epstein. It can be your mama, your greasy granny with a hole in the panties. It could be your wife, your first wife, your second wife, your third wife, your fourth wife. At some point, you kind of go, dude, it's not working for me, man. This whole thing is not working for me. So how do you get what you really want? And we said the first thing on the first day was you got to get clear what you want. You got to get really clear on what you want. And sounds easy. Sounds easy. Oh, well, Dr. V, I want more money. I want to lose weight. I want to feel better. I don't want to be in this wheelchair. I don't want my wife to be wiping my ass, right? Okay. So you get clear on what you want. And I will tell you, you cannot get clear on what you want as long as you're holding on to the past. Write that down again. Someone write that in the comment section for me and I'll post it up for you. You cannot get what you want as long as you're holding on to the past. Caroline Mize in her video says, do not look to the past to chart new. Because that's already happened. That's already done. Those times have changed. You can get angry about programming a VHS player, and it doesn't matter because there's no more VHS players. There's no more DVD players. There's no anything. It's all streaming. So don't look to the past for the future. Oh, and by the way, there's a lot of people that go, well, my grandparents have been married 40 years or 50 years or 60 years, or my mom and dad lived 56. Never said they were happy years. Maybe they stayed with you out of guilt. Maybe they stayed together because there's lots of families, by the way, who stay together until the kids get older and graduate and move on. You know, they're waiting for the kids to move out of the house so then they can finally go do what the fuck they want, which is not to like babysit a grown ass man or woman or person. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not a reason. It's not a justification. So you cannot get what you want as long as you're holding on to the past. I used to be, and these include titles. Hey, hold on. There we go. Thank you, Denise. These include your titles. I used to be somebody. I was a district attorney. I was a lawyer. I was a world-class surgeon. Or the opposite. I was a stay-at-home mom my whole life, and boo-hoo-hoo. You know, nothing against that, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I was just a teacher. I was just a secretary. You're not going to get what you want if you just keep saying, I was just a teacher. I was just a first grade teacher. I was cafeteria worker. That's right, Steve. I could have been a contender. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody. And you say, well, Dr. V, that's not me. You know, I don't. Like, yeah, it is. I mean, think about, and then what was it, day 3? We said, go through and chart like all the thoughts you have throughout the day. How many of your thoughts are about blaming others, about blaming yourself, about how things should have been? Like the border should be secured. Like, shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know, listen, y'all. I know how much you yell at the TV screen, but none of that yelling at the TV screen is going to get the border more secure. Is going to get illegal immigrants to stop coming to try to get themselves a better life. They're not. I mean, they're not walking. You know, a full-on fence is not wall. Is not. Somebody has decided to walk 3 months through jungle. A wall is not going to deter them, dude. They have a bigger why. You see what I mean? So, so you were supposed to go look at your thoughts, and you got name calling. There's no difference if it's name calling the president, or name calling the boss, or name calling your ex, or name calling someone who's hurt you. You're still looking at the past, and you're still trying to get justified. And just remember, the angel comes down and says, okay, I need to know why my dad died of colon cancer at the age of 65. That's my dad personally. Because he did. Because it happened. Because cancer happens. You know? Statistic. Now what? Now what? Okay. So, tip number 2. Now what? Now what do you want? What are you going to do? Don't look to the past to chart new. But, you know, my grandpa touched me funny. My first wife cheated on me with a woman. Okay, now what? I should have gotten this promotion. I should have left for college. I should have terminated the pregnancy. I should have said no. When he said, "Will you marry me?" I should have said no. So next one. After you have to get clear on what you want, you have to hold the image of what you want. Okay, someone write that down for me. You have to hold what you want. The image of what you want. You have to hold that inside your head, the picture, the clarity. So you want to drive a better car, bigger house. You just want to be happy. You just want to, I just want to be happy. What's wrong with that? So you got to hold this image of what you want in your head. Now listen, this is important. So every time you start blaming, getting angry, getting frustrated, like having an opinion, you're taking that energy, holding that image, and you're replacing it with the hurt and the anger, right, Linda? With because the second let's say your spouse cheated on you with another, and you sit there and you go, I just want to I want someone to love me and just treat me good, and then but my ex boy, they cheated on me. And in your head, comment if you agree. You've replaced the image of this loving relationship that you want with the image of your ex in your head. You can see her face in your head. You can hear his voice. You're reliving the fights and the arguments and right? You've replaced the therapy, like the image of what you really wanted with the past, the image again. And you're back there again. You're back there at your shitty job. You're back there as a little kid getting picked on in school. You're back there in your first marriage. You're back there in the argument all over again. You can't get what you want. So what happens? Like, well, we take these stories, and it's like, would you ever walk through like a cow pasture? Or, I live in Houston. There's a lot of dog walkers. Luckily, they pick up their poop, most of them. But would you pick up a pile of dog poop and you go, oh my god, they pooped in my yard. Their dog pooped in my look, their dog pooped in my yard. How dare they? How dare they have? Don't they know they're supposed to pick up the poop after themselves? Like, how dare they let their dog poop in my yard? And then you go tell the neighbor, you tell your kids, you tell your spouse, you basically take that poop and you're smearing it all over yourself. Like, oh, look at what they did to me. There's poop everywhere. Now everyone's looking at you. And here's the thing, you feel justified doing this. But everybody's looking at you going, why don't you just stop spreading the poop all over yourself? Like, who told you to spread the poop on yourself? Like, okay, I get it. Yeah, I agree with you. They shouldn't have done that. They should have picked up after themselves. They should have not done. They should have not let their dog poop in your yard. I get it. But then why are you picking up the poop and smearing it all over yourself? Everyone else thinks you're crazy. But here's the thing. In your head, you think you're right. You think you're justified. You think that if everyone just sees how bad this poop is, that somehow you're going to feel better. And I'm like, dude, life does not work that way. Everybody has stories. Everybody has times when someone has hurt them or something bad didn't go their way. You see what I'm saying? And that will not get you what you want. So how do you get what you want? You got to decide what you want. And then you got to maintain that image as long as you can most of the day. Now, you need to know this. Everything in our world is designed to keep you average. Write that down so I can put that up on the screen. Everything in this world, in your environment, is designed to keep you average. All the marketing, all the television you watch, all the Fox News you watch, all the CNN news you watch, all the sports commentating you watch, the trash magazines, the Cosmopolitan magazine that says you're not skinny enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not sexy enough, all the soap operas that you watch, all of the what's the Spanish speaking soap operas? I was going to say Nutella. It's not Nutella, novellas. All of that you watch is designed to keep you average. Thank you, Jeremy. Including your coworkers, because that's what it means to be average. Including your desk, your boss. You understand that, right? Like, most bosses want you to just sit down and do your work, turn in your assignments on time. They're not really interested in in building you up. Novellas, not Nutellas. If you think about this, an SUV is designed to keep you average. I mean, think about it. Like, you're overweight, so you need a bigger chair. When I was in bariatric surgery, it's the same thing. In order to be designated bariatric center of excellence, we had to get like big wide chairs, and we had to get big wide wheelchairs, which is nice, for the patient. A lazy boy couch is a better example. When you bought your first lazy boy recliner, you had room to spare, didn't you? Like you could probably fit your wife or your husband next to you. Both of y'all could fit in, maybe. Definitely, maybe your daughter, your youngest child. Y'all, there was room for y'all to sit in the chair. And what happens over the years? You expand into your environment. You expanded into that lazy boy chair. You expanded into that wheelchair. You expanded into your cubicle. You see what I'm saying? You are designed, the environment is designed to keep you average. So if you want to get what you want, you got to look around at your environment. So look at your environment and said, I did this. Why do I have the NFL package? Why do I have Dish Network? Why am I bitching about not having money, but I have a 60-inch TV screen with the Bose sound bar? Because I got it on sale? Because it was a coupon? Because it was a Black Friday deal? Like, why? It makes no sense. Why am I on Section 8 housing, yet I've got Nikes? There's nothing wrong with it. If you want Nikes, you can. I'm just telling you, this is how it starts. Because in your head, you're justifying. Now, why am I justifying? The other day, I said, meditation will change your life. Why will it change your life? It will change your life because of the noise inside your head. You can't get clear on the picture because of the noise inside your head. So you sit down and you breathe in, you breathe out. You focus on your breathing. I breathe in, I breathe out. First time I tried to meditate, I just heard bzzz. It's like this terrible buzzing in my noise. Bzzz. I said, what's wrong? Is that my refrigerator? Is my refrigerator going out? I got up. I put my ear next to my fridge. I was like, no, it's not my fridge. Is this the hot water heater? I walked in the hot water heater. No. Sat back down, crossed my legs Indian style, did my hands like this. Don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to learn to meditate. Breathe in, I breathe out, and I hear bzzz. I said, what is going on? I said, oh, I know what it is. I flushed the toilet before I sat down. So let me go check the toilet. I walked in, checked the toilet. I said, it's got to be my toilet. Nope. Toilet's fine. This is a washer? It must be the washer. Did I do a load of laundry? I walked into the washer. Is it? Nope, not the washing machine. I said, I bet you. Is there a leak underneath my sink? Open the sink, underneath the sink. Check for a drip. Nope. I said, sit down again. Start to meditate. Breathe in, breathe out. I hear bzzz, and I said, holy shit. The noise is coming from inside my head. It's me. It's my head. It's my monkey brain. It's like that horror movie. Who remembers? What horror movie was that? Scream? The call is coming from inside the house. The call is coming from inside the house. It's me. The buzzing is inside my head. The reason why my life sucks is me. The reason why I'm overweight, it's me. The reason why I'm unhappy, it's not my boss, it's me. The reason why I'm stressed out is not because of the government or the economy or the bills, it's me. I charged up those credit cards. You charged up those credit? I charged up those credit cards. I did that. I charged up the credit. Yeah. You charged up those credit cards. Oh, no. Someone stole my credit card. I did not go there. I'm pretty sure you did. You went to the bar. I went to the bar. I bet on them. I bet on the Cowboys. It's me. I'm the problem. Taylor Swift got it right, man. It's me. The call is coming from inside the house. Now, tip number next one. I'm the problem. But that's good. I'm the problem. Write this down. When I realize that I'm the problem, when you realize that you're the problem, guess what? You're also the solution. Someone write that down for me. I'm the problem. but I'm also the solution. I'm the solution. I can quit snacking. I can quit drinking alcohol. I can quit eating at midnight, right? I can I'm the solution. I can quit spending more than I make, right? I don't have to bet on the game today. Yes, I do. I'm the solution. All right, Harrison, I love it. I'm the problem, but that's good because I'm also the solution. See, everybody loves solutions. Everybody loves, like, when they figure out a problem, when they figure out the project, when they solve the math problem, when they finish the presentation, when they figure out the budget. They love the solution, but they hate the problem, right? Here's the key. Here's the key. Problems and solutions are the same coin, opposite sides of the same coin. They are the opposite ends of a stick. You ever walk through the forest? You pick up a stick and you love the stick and you play with the stick. You don't hate like one end of the stick and love the other end. You're like, oh, I love the handle, but I hate the point. When I was little, I still do, by the way. If I have a stick and I'm doing a campfire, you ever do this? You burn the end of the stick and it creates the charcoal, and then you use the charcoal to draw on the sidewalk, and you draw pictures as a little kid. Well, you don't love the charcoal tip and hate the handle. You love the whole stick. You don't hate the Susan B. Anthony face and love the Susan B. Anthony tail. You love the whole coin. It's the same coin. It's opposite sides of the same coin. So you gotta love problems, because without problems, you can't have solutions. Here's the last tip. How to get what you want. You want bigger problems. I want bigger problems. You need bigger problems. I need to grow my platform. I need more subscribers. I need more money. That's more money, not less money. These are goals. These are bigger problems. I want bigger problems because bigger problems come what? Come what? Bigger problems come bigger solutions. Don't you want bigger solutions? I mean, wouldn't you like to file extra 1099 forms and extra like passive income forms and interest forms because you actually invested your money? Don't you want bigger problems? You want bigger problems because the bigger problems have bigger solutions. I want to help more people. I don't want to become like the smallest surgical program. I want to become the biggest surgical program. I want to become the first Centers of Excellence in New Mexico. I don't want to write just one book. I want to write 100 books. I don't want to help fewer people. I want to help more people. More opportunities, bigger problems, bigger solutions. But see, that's what average people think. Average people think the opposite. They don't want any problems. They want to act small. They want to bitch about the past. They want to complain about what somebody did or didn't do. And you're like, okay, I'm moving on to bigger problems, bigger solutions. So no one, average people, never writes as a goal, oh, I want bigger problems. Have you ever thought about that? How do you get what you want? What if what you want are bigger problems, bigger solutions, the big questions of the universe? You're just thinking too small. You're still worried about your fucking Section 8 housing and your disability check not coming on time and the price of gas and the price of eggs. This small piddly ass shit. And they just printed $6 trillion. $3 trillion by Trump, $3 trillion by Biden. So you can't blame red or blue. They both did it. And it's just, and that's why the price of eggs or the price of eggs, the price of oxtails, the price of oxtails. You want bigger problems, bigger solutions. You got it. So this is what we talked about the other day. This is your imagination. You're using your imagination against you. You're using your imagination about the problems, and you're using your imagination about what if. scared stuff, things like that. Boo-hoo. What if this happens and that happens and I don't get the promotion? Da 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 da. And what happens if my disability check doesn't come? Dude, I'm sorry. Why stay on disability? Comment if you know plenty of people who are getting disability checks who are more than capable of working. Do you know people on disability that are totally capable of working, but they'd rather argue for their $1,300 check than go sell $3,000 worth of dildos or $5,000 worth of lotions and potions and oils and creams? Do you know these people? They would rather argue for their $1,300 a month check than to say there's no limit on how many dildos I can sell, or lotions, or potions, or candles, or passion parties, or Tupperware, or Cutco knives, or my own business, or coffees, or whatever. You see what I'm saying? They argue. They argue for that. Yeah, yeah. And they argue, and they want, that's right. And they want their 10-cent raise, 50-cent raise. And they want the government to increase the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Well, then you're going to be paying more for your Starbucks coffee, yo. You're going to be paying more for your brownies and your donuts and your shit. Right? It's the craziest thing. So you have, write this down, last tip, misuse of the imagination. Misuse. Harrison, more than that, bro. Everything in your environment is keeping you average, including your childhood, your parents, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, the preacher who touched you in funny places, the priest. I know I went there. The politics, the sports commentators. Thank you very much, sir. You have misuse. That's the name of a drag queen right there, the way you wrote it, Harrison. Misuse. I think it's one word. Anita's got it right. Misuse of the imagination. Anita's got it right. Harrison wrote the name of a drag queen. Misuse. Misuse of the imagination. You're living in fear. You're making shit up. You're still living in the past. And as long as you do that, as long as you misuse your imagination, you can't get what you want because you don't know what you want. It is so much of the noise inside your head bitching about the past. And listen, some of it, like, it's nobody's fault. Some of it happens. My dad got cancer and died at 65. He was healthy as a horse one day, and 6 months later, he's dead. You know, one of my good friends just got breast cancer. Got good news with pathology report. One of my best friends, a really good friend of mine, told me, like, he's barely hanging on to his restaurant. And I just went to his restaurant Friday night, and it was packed. He said, dude, inflation is killing us. The price of everything's killing us. We're barely making it. I'm like, what? You guys are packed. See, this shit happens. And it happens to all of us. Jim Rohn says, it's not the wind that blows. The wind blows on all of us. It's the set of the sail. You've got to set the sail to get where you want to go. The wind blows on all of us. See what I'm saying? Back to my friend's restaurant on inflation. It has nothing to do with the current president. They both printed $3 trillion each. Neither one of them has done anything for the border. It doesn't matter what you care. I'm just telling you. I've set my sail to get me where I want to go. Set your sail, Rosemary, to lose more weight. Eileen, to get more money, to have Pula, to have more happiness in your life, to have less anger, like some of the other commentators watching this video, to stop blaming, Because I can tell you their lives are the same as they were 5 years ago. I know for a fact. Does that make sense? Want more happiness? Set your sail towards happiness. That means quit criticizing the government. This is all you got is this country. This is the best country. America is the best country in the world. Europe, this is the best time to be alive. I wouldn't want to be alive. If you're a woman, did you want to be alive like 100 years ago when you couldn't vote? 200 years ago when you were, sold off at 13, raped by a husband? Like, do you really want to live with the Vikings? As much as you love the Vikings and Game of Thrones, do you really want to live back in Yellowstone day? Like, no, this is the best time to be alive. In fact, I wish I could live another 100 years to see what fucking happens with AI and Neuralink and all that sort of shit. Do you really want to be? And it was 50 years ago, y'all, when black people could not, were discriminated against. And Rodney King was 1990 something. It wasn't that long ago, y'all. This is the best time to be alive. This is. I am super excited for my daughters. I'm super excited that, I talked the other day. Oh, Mason, come here. Come here. Let's do our talk. Let's do our great day. Come here. So yesterday or 2 days ago, I showed y'all, I did the positive affirmation with my daughter, with Mason. This is Mason. Say hi, Mason. Say it really loudly.
Hi.
Hi. So remember, we're going to tell them what we do when we get to school. You want to do it? Okay, you got to do it really loud so they can hear you. Ready? Mason, what type of day are you going to have today?
A great day.
A great day. How do you have a great day?
Work hard, stay strong, and be kind.
Work hard, stay strong, and be kind. And which one's the most important?
Be kind.
Be kind. And what does it mean to be a leader?
Be in charge of yourself.
Be in charge of yourself. Yeah, baby. Now go be a leader.
Ow, my booty.
She came up with those answers herself. I did not give her those answers. I said, what kind of day are you going to have? She says, a great day. Not a good day, not a so-so day. She said, a great day. I said, how do you have a great day? And she came up with the 3 things. She came up with work hard, stay strong, and be kind. And I said, which one's the most important? Expecting she would say, work hard. And she goes, be kind. I said, that's right. And then I asked her, what does it mean to be a leader? And she came up with, be in charge of yourself. What leader is not in charge of themselves? That's every leader. Every leader who is excellent controls their emotions, controls their thought processes, control their feelings. They don't blame other people. They don't blame the government. They don't blame the administration. They don't blame the price of gas. And they definitely don't blame their ex. Right? They are in charge of themselves. When someone else is blaming all other stuff, you know what type of life they have. You already know, the people on this feed who are pessimistic, who are still blaming, who are not on board, you don't want to be their friends. Like they don't get it. You see what I'm saying? All right, day 14. Do you love it? If you learned something, if you got some nuggets, please hit the share button. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. We got to help more people. Have a great Sunday. I'm going to go get some Joel Osteen on. Love y'all very much. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. Love y'all. Bye, guys.